Hello everyone, welcome to Veritas Tech Talk. My name is Matt Mearson. I'm going to be your host. This is the first episode in a series where we're going to be diving deeper into the upcoming release of NetBackup 8.1.2. We're really excited to talk to you about what's coming in this latest release. In this episode, we're going to focus in on giving you an overview of all the features that are coming, and then we're going to start diving deeper into those. So to help me do that, I've invited Abrar Hussain, Director of Product Management for NetBackup, to join me. Abrar, welcome.
Thank you, Matt. Happy to be here.
All right, so at a high level, can you describe what's coming in this latest release of NetBackup?
Absolutely. Very happy to do that. But before we talk about the high level, one thing I want to share with everybody. We are on a mission to modernize NetBackup to continue to be the market-leading data management solution. And 8.1.2 is a huge step towards that mission. So the 5 highlights of 8.1.2 include simplified user experience for NetBackup. That's 1. Automation and integration. That's 2. Modern workload support. That's 3. Modern snapshot management. And lastly, next generation data protection for VMware environments.
All right, so I'm intrigued, right? But I believe I need more. I believe our audience probably needs more.
Sure.
So why don't we dive into some details?
Okay.
I think the first one you mentioned, you talked about simplifying our user experience.
Exactly, yeah.
So what does that mean?
Yeah, when I talk about simplifying user experience, I'm talking about simplifying the user experience for backup administrators and workload administrators, both of them. So what we're looking at is delivering an end-to-end workload-driven user experience. So take VMware as an example. With 8.1.2, we're going to start with VMware and a set of cloud workloads. We're going to deliver a user experience that is based on the top of our RESTful APIs for NetBackup, and that leverages role-based access control. With role-based access control, backup administrators can delegate responsibilities to VMware administrators. So a user experience that is based on the top of APIs, that leverages role-based access control, and that provides instant access to all the workloads. In 8.1.2, we're going to be providing this experience for VMware and for cloud workloads. Now, when I talk about user experience, this is what they go through on a day-to-day basis. Okay. We have simplified all of that, and we're going to be packaging it and delivering it as a part of our brand new web UI with 8.1.2. So this is the user experience piece. Within the 8.1.2 web UI, we're also going to be providing an ability for our customers to proactively manage how their capacity is being consumed. No longer using any more scripts. Everything available in real time at the front and center of their dashboards.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, all right, I like that. And just to make sure I heard, you said from a workload standpoint, we're starting off with certain workloads?
Correct, yeah.
Which ones are those again?
VMware and cloud workloads. So the new web UI that's coming out in 8.1.2 is going to focus on these 2 workloads, while the existing user interface, the existing Java UI, is still available, 100% functional. We're going to be starting to transition workloads from the old interface into the new web UI. But 8.1.2, VMware and cloud workloads, and we'll be adding more and more workloads in the future. That's why I said this is a huge step into that journey, but a lot more is coming.
All right, the next point that you brought up was automation and integration.
Correct.
So what does that mean for our user?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, right, our new web UI is based on the top of the APIs that we have built. So essentially, we have used those APIs to design this new web UI, right? Customers can take those exact same APIs because they're publicly available, 100% consumable, fully documented. They can start integrating their data protection tools into NetBackup automatically. So they can automate data protection by using these APIs. Then you can take that to the next level. Customers can integrate NetBackup into ticketing systems like ServiceNow, so they can start managing tickets automatically. So this is from an integration point of view. From an automation point of view, we've got client upgrades. Our customers have thousands and thousands of clients. So the simplest thing we want to do for our customers is to automate the whole process of upgrading the clients. 8.1.2 delivers automatic client upgrade capabilities.
Actually, that's a big deal.
Yes.
That's a big deal because again, you use the numbers thousands. Doing that manually has been a challenge
Exactly.
for our user community. So,
Exactly.
all right, that's going to be well received. How about modern workload support?
Yeah.
What are you talking about when we say modern workloads?
There's a lot of things that goes into the modern workloads. What I'm not talking about is Oracle, SQL Server, or VMware. You know, we have been protecting these for a long time, and we will continue to improve them, by the way. Yep. When I talk about modern workloads, I'm talking about the next generation workloads like big data workloads, which, by the way, are mission critical now, so you got to protect them. You can't just rely on what's available. You need a product like NetBackup, with a scale-out framework to protect these big data applications and workloads. So modern workloads includes big data applications, hyper-converged environments, NoSQL databases, open source RDBMS databases. The point is, since 8.1 release of NetBackup, we have launched a framework, a scale-out framework that is designed for scale-out workloads. So we've got a very, very beautiful protection for Hadoop environments. We've got protection for MySQL, for example. We've got protection for MariaDB, right? Since 8.1, we have added support for 7 workloads. 8.1.2 is going to take that further and add support for HBase, Azure Stack, and MongoDB, right? And we're going to be adding more and more workloads in the future. Now, I generally associate workloads with a specific release, but in reality, all these workloads are release independent. All customers have to do is download a plugin from our portal, and they can start protecting that workload with their existing installation of NetBackup, be it 8.1, 8.1.1, or 8.1.2. Yes, I want the customers to get to 8.1.2 because they've got a lot of features, but if they just want to still protect their Hadoop environment, they can still do that with the 8.1 release of NetBackup. Release independent completely.
Yeah, when you say release independent, describe that. What does that mean?
So what that really means is we would like our customers to start protecting these new workloads because they're automatically being deployed in their production environment. But we don't want to have them to upgrade their NetBackup environments. They can do it at their own pace. They can do it to get the new features. But to protect the workloads right away, we've got the way to do it. It's completely release independent. They just download a plugin from our portal, just like the way you would download an app on your phone, and voila, you can start protecting that workload.
Let me see if I get this straight, because I think I understand it. But a lot of times these modern workloads, they appear in our customer environments well before we get our hands on to do any kind of development work. So it's easier for us to just develop a plugin that works in whatever existing release we have.
Correct. It's not only easier for us, it's actually a lot more easier for our customers to just download the plugin and just start protecting the workload. They don't have to wait to upgrade the entire environment.
Makes sense. All right. So that allows them to protect more of their environment with NetBackup, which is okay.
Faster adoption of workloads.
Got it. Okay. Let's talk about another one that you said was modern snapshot management.
Yes.
Talk to me about how we're using snapshots.
Yes.
We're talking about data protection. How's that work?
Correct. Well, snapshots have been there for quite some time.
Right.
What we have done is we have modernized and simplified it. We want our customers to adopt whatever hardware vendor they want as fast as they want. So we've got a framework that is release independent and that enables fast adoption of hardware platforms. Veritas NetBackup and Veritas CloudPoint have come together to deliver the solution. When we launched our on-premises snapshot management with 8.1.1, we provided support for HP3PAR, HCS, Unity, and Pure Storage. So that's 4 hardware platforms in a jiffy, right? Yep. Now, with 8.1.2, we have enhanced that snapshot management to bring it to the cloud. So we have integrated with Google, Azure, and Amazon to start leveraging cloud-based snapshots to protect workloads deployed in these cloud environments.
Excellent.
Now, the key thing here is everything is being orchestrated from NetBackup. NetBackup is the driving console. The cloud experience that I talked about, the cloud providers integration that I'm talking about, this actually is available as a part of 8.1.2. Remember when we said 8.1.2's got VMware, it's got cloud workloads? It is basically leveraging the cloud-based snapshots to protect those cloud workloads.
You just said VMware, which I think was the 5th point that you were going to make.
Oh, yeah.
That we've got a lot of enhancements coming there.
Correct.
So why don't we, because we have our VMware environments within our customers are growing. They're the fastest growing segments within their IT departments. All right, so talk to me about what we're doing to enhance our data protection for VMware.
Correct.
We've been protecting VMware.
Yeah, we've been protecting VMware for a while. We're a king of scale when it comes to protecting VMware environments. But 8.1.2 has significantly enhanced our protection for VMware. I'm going to start talking with what's available only on NetBackup appliances. So if our customers are using NetBackup appliances, there are 3 things that are available right away. Instant access to all the virtual machine backups, that's number 1. We can perform single file recovery for any file system. So with our appliances, we're file system agnostic. And lastly, the most important, the 3rd piece is going to be doing single file recovery without having to put any agents on virtual machines. So instant access, no agents at all. Like think about that. If you got 40,000 virtual machines, you can get rid of those agents from those 40,000 virtual machines, as long as you're using NetBackup appliances. So on NetBackup appliances, instant access, single file recovery for any file system, and an agentless based single file recovery architecture.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So now that's just on appliances. Outside of appliances, We have added support for XFS file system, which is the default file system for RHEL platforms, by the way. And then everything we have been talking about, role-based access control. We have worked with hundreds and hundreds of VMware administrators to build that experience that I'm talking about. But our backup admins now can start leveraging role-based access control to give more power to the VMware administrators. So the backup administrators can do bigger things, other things. Right? So we've got role-based access control for VMware. We've got all kinds of APIs so customers can automate the data protection. We are going to be vSAN certified with 8.1.1 and 8.1.2, and we can start protecting VMware when it's deployed in an Amazon environment. All of that in 8.1.2.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot, exactly.
That's a whole lot. Okay. Well, I'm liking what I'm hearing. I kind of want to put you on the spot.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, so you're talking a lot of features. Obviously, you're passionate about this, man. I can hear it in your voice. But I want to pin you down on something. So of all the features and functions that are coming out in 8.1.2, you have to pick one that's your favorite. What would it be?
That's going to be a difficult one to pick. I mean,
you got to pick one. You got to do it.
If I really have to pick one, I think it's going to be the new web UI. I know customers have been waiting for it. So the new web UI.
New web UI.
Exactly.
I couldn't agree more. All right, for this next segment, we want to dive deeper into our new web UI, right, and understand what went on behind the scenes to bring that to market. So we've invited Killian Evers, who is our VP of Customer Experience, to come down and join us and have a talk. So Killian, welcome.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely. All right, so enhancing this customer experience, right? We've had the same UX for some time now, but we've put a lot of work into this new one. A lot of work in this new one. Kind of give us the behind the scenes of how we went about doing it.
Absolutely. In short, we listened. We listened to our customers and to our users. And you helped us create a common design strategy. We even created a centralized design organization. And we went even further. We kept talking. We listened to you all the way through the creation process of NetBackup 8.1.2.
I always like to understand the behind the scenes and understand what goes on, but from a strategy standpoint, this was something pretty big to tackle. What was the strategy behind doing it?
Sure, it's a great question. 3 key words. It has to be simple. It has to be easy to use with no training required. It has to be intuitive. It has to follow what you normally expect as a person. And finally, it has to be integrated. Not just within the product, but outside of the product. Yeah. And also that experience extends to deciding that you want to buy the product, all the way through upgrading the product.
Mm-hmm. Got it. All right. So, in this release, I've heard from a lot of people in the company that more so than any release we've had in a long time, this is one you've got to see.
That's right.
To really appreciate it, to believe it. Yep. How about we show everybody what we've got coming?
Absolutely. So Dave High is going to give us a tour. So Dave, can you go on and show us the new UI?
So today we're going to take a look at the new modern user experience available in NetBackup 8.1.2. If you're a workload administrator working in VMware or in the cloud, you're going to love this. So let's jump right into the demo. So I've logged in as the administrator. Now, we do have role-based access control, which we're going to go over in another video, but logging in as administrator gives you the ability to see everything on the dashboard and everything that the modern UX can do. And again, there's role-based access control that limits what you can do. We're going to cover that in another video. When you first log in, you're seeing a dashboard. The dashboard is the health of your environment. We're looking at jobs at the very top. You can see that we've got, in this video, 36 that have completed successfully, and we do have some failed jobs. This is a demo environment. Failed jobs are part of the demo environment. You can see our usage reporting. That tells you how much information you have that's been protected using this modern UI. Now, this is not MB deploy util, this isn't telemetry, this is just basic usage reporting of this particular environment. And here on the right-hand side, we've got some security information. We can see certificates that have been deployed, whether or not we've got tokens that are out, and you can see security events, and we also have the audit events that are available, and we're going to go through those in another video. Over here on the left-hand side, we have the jobs dashboard. This is similar to the activity monitor in the NetBackup Java UI. The information's there about what's going on in your environment. For example, we have backups. You can see an overview and you can see details of the backup, exactly the same as you can in the activity monitor. If we click on the VMware tab, we're going to see that we have a couple of ESX servers that have been set up. and we can see the virtual machines that are available in each one of those ESX servers. And you can kind of see across the top here in an overview that we've got, here's our servers that we have available that we've gone in and linked into this environment. We can create intelligent VM groups, which are similar to VMware intelligent policies. And we also have instant access virtual machines, which gives us the ability to go look at the backups that we've created and be able to instantly restore those. And again, that's going to be in another video. This is just an overview. Let's take a look at cloud. So in this case, we've configured our Amazon environment. Configuration is pretty simple. If I click on configure, you can see the environment we've set up. If I click on that, over here on the right-hand side, you can see where the keys go. So if you have an Amazon environment, very simple to set up using this modern user experience. Protection plans. Think of protection plans like policies without the clients. We have the ability to name it, put in a schedule, and tell it how often we're going to do backups and how long we're going to keep the backups. But we don't put policies in there. So you create a protection plan based on what you want to do, and then you go put clients into the protection plan. So it's a little bit different concept, but think of protection plans like the policies. Security. If you're a security admin, you would be the one that would be doing things like creating role-based access control. What does that mean? We have some default roles here. If you're a backup administrator, there's certain things that you're able to do in the environment. If you're a security administrator or a workload administrator, other things that you can do in the environment. So as a security administrator or the administrator, you can go in and add users to these roles. And again, it limits what they can do in the modern user experience. This is unlike the Java UI, where you typically would log in as root, everybody would have administrator privileges, and they can go do pretty much anything in the environment that they want. This gives you the ability to limit it. If we come down here to certificates, exactly the same as creating certificates in the Java UI. You just simply go out and create new certificates based on this modern workload, or modern UX. Security events, again, this is just information that's happened in the environment. Who has logged in? Has somebody tried to do something that they're not supposed to do? And we do have a method of sending this information using email if you have a framework such as ServiceNow or Remedy, and we're going to get into that in another video that goes into more detail. Hosts just tells us information about the master servers that we have available. And down here on tokens, again, this is just part of the security with certificates and tokens. And finally, down here, usage gives us information about the usage in the environment. How many gigabytes are we protecting? So that is pretty much it. That is an overview of the modern user experience. We've got some other videos coming with this launch that are going to get into more detail about some of these things and actually show you role-based access control.
Wow. All right. That's impressive. That's impressive. All right. So I see why everybody keeps telling me you got to see it to believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's fantastic. Okay. I do have a concern, though, right? So for customers that are used to the existing Java UI, right, is this new version that we brought out going to take anything away from the old one?
There is nothing to be concerned about, guys. The existing Java UI, it stays as is. No changes there, 100% fully functional. The new web UI is a transition. It's not a switch. We're not switching anything, right? The new web UI is a transition that adds on to your existing functionality. So Java UI continues to work, your jobs continues to work, your backups continue to work, nothing changes. You can jump onto the new web UI as an addition to existing work that you're already doing.
Got it. Okay, so it's not an either or, it's a both.
Correct.
Depending on your choice.
That's right.
I like it.
What I'd like to do is, enable this transition so our backup administrators, workload administrators can start getting familiar with the new web UI, try it out, while make sure that their existing backups and recoveries continue to work, and they can monitor all of that from the Java UI or also from the new web UI.
Exactly.
Got it. Minimizing risk. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I hear from it. I like the quite a bit. All right. So talk to me about what's in scope.
Oh, yeah.
For this upcoming release.
That's a great question, right? So we're doing a transition. It's not a switch. So we're not end-of-lifing the Java UI. At the same time, we don't have all of the functionality in the new web UI. But what we have in the new web UI is fully functional from an end-to-end point of view. Right. Our strategy is to bring workloads into the new web UI. So we're targeting VMware and cloud workloads in 8.1.2. So in 8.1.2, in the context of the new web UI, VMware administrators are fully enabled. Backup administrators are fully enabled to delegate responsibilities to the VMware admins. Same thing for cloud workloads. So the workloads that we bring into the new web UI are going to have complete end-to-end experience. And like I said, with 8.1.2, VMware and cloud workloads are included. In future releases, we're going to add on more and more workloads into the new web UI.
I got to admit, the beginning of that, where you said it was limited what we're coming out with, I was a little bit nervous, but we're really covering the big ones right out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right, that's good. Then we'll expand over time. All right, so Killian, I've got a question for you. What's your favorite part of this new release?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it may actually surprise you because my favorite part isn't a specific feature. What it is the fact that we built this with you. We built this with our customers and with our users. Together, we worked to define the overall experience, how you wanted each individual feature to be presented and for how you wanted to use it.
Correct.
I think that's a good answer. I think it's a good answer. You know what? I think our customers are going to love that because they're going to love knowing that they were listened to.
Absolutely.
I think that's a big deal. I think it's a really big deal.
It's crucial.
All right. Well, since we've got a big audience here, right, what could they do to help us provide feedback on this latest UI?
Love it. Keep it coming. And how do you keep it coming? You actually can participate with our Customer and Partner Engagement Program, or CPEP for short. And you can sign up for CPEP if you're not already a member. It's free, by the way. It is cpep.veritas.com. So please come join us as we together craft great product experiences.
All right, Abrar, Killian, thank you very much. That was very insightful. I know our audience really appreciated it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap. If you'd like to learn more, stay tuned for additional episodes on the launch of NetBackup 8.1.2. And you can go out to veritas.com/NetBackup and take the guided tour. Additionally, for those of you going to VMworld this year, Veritas is going to be there. We're going to be in booth 1242. That's 1242. So stop on by, talk with the experts that we've got, see the new web UI in even more detail in the booth with our experts. Hopefully, we'll see you there. Thank you.
There are a lot of new data management companies. They have shiny new offices, and they sell you a good story, one that promises to let you do all kinds of great things with your data, until you look a little deeper and realize it's nothing more than a backup story, and a pretty empty one at that. Because behind the scenes, they lack the depth and experience it takes to even protect your data, much less help you realize its value. Newcomers make claims about data management. Leaders back it up. Hello? Anyone here?